Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and today I am here with yet another slasher review, finally doing another one, and today I will be reviewing Madman, the really underrated slasher from the 80s. In my opinion, this is probably one of the more popular slasher movies that are underrated. A lot of people seem to know about this movie but never really mention it too many times, and I really don't know why. I personally think it is great, and yeah, hopefully this review entices some of you to check this movie out because it is really good and a must own for any slasher collection. So the storyline behind this one is it centres around a group of camp counsellors who are ending off the summer sitting around a campfire, you know, talking, sharing their experiences and telling scary stories, when one of the people around the campfire bring up the legend of Madman Mars, who apparently was a serial killer in the past, and if you say his name repeated times around a campfire, he will come and he will kill you. So of course the rest of the people just think it's a big joke, you know, just a silly myth, a silly legend, and they don't take it too seriously. So they start goofing around and someone mentions his name several times, and of course what happens, Madman Mars makes an appearance and starts killing off these people one by one. So, you know, it's nothing out of the ordinary from your traditional slasher elements. It is very traditional. But what does set this movie apart from a lot of other slashers out there is the atmosphere and the creepiness. This is a really atmospheric, very eerie and pretty creepy slasher movie. It's set mostly at night, so it definitely has that, you know, more atmospheric and creepy element to it. If you're a fan of the Friday the 13th franchise and the more recent Hatchet 1 and 2 movies, this is pretty much a combination of both films, or both series in my opinion. You've sort of got, you know, the 80s feeling cast and characters like you would in the Friday the 13th series. Then the actual killer himself, Madman Mars, has a big, burly, bulky look to him, very similar in terms of look and build to Victor Crowley, and of course he carries around an axe as well. So yeah, but I don't know why this movie is so underrated. It's one of my personal favourites. It's fantastic. I love it. I love how creepy and atmospheric it is. It also has a great music score as well throughout the film. Really good. The overall characters, they're all really good, and there's some fantastic kills as well. Now, in terms of the availability of this movie, you may find it rather hard to track down a copy of it. And it's had 2 DVD releases as far as I know, and the first one was the Anchor Bay release, which has a reddish looking cover, and then this is the latest release, which is now out of print, the Code Red 30th Anniversary Edition. This one comes with some special features, including a documentary on the movie, a featurette on the legend lives 30 years of Madman. So I'm not too sure whether the other DVD had this one. I'm kind of guessing not, considering this 30th anniversary release. But yeah, this particular release has had an interesting one. It's always been rather expensive. I've never seen it any cheaper than $20 on Amazon, which is where I picked it up. I was fortunate enough to pick this one up fairly recently before it went out of print. This release, I believe, is no longer in print. It's recently gone out of print, I think maybe a couple of months ago. So it is no longer available as far as I know. And of course the original Anchor Bay release has been well out of print for quite some time. So finding a copy of this movie for a decent price may not be that easy, but if you ever do come across this one or the Anchor Bay release, I highly recommend picking it up. It's definitely one of those slasher movies that a lot of people know about. It is relatively popular, but for some reason, you know, it's just still fairly underrated. But I think it's great, especially if you're a fan of camp themed or wooded slashers like the Friday the 13th series and the Hatchet series. Definitely check this one out. I would give Madman a 4 out of 5, and that's my review. Thank you for watching.